Hi everyone, it's Anne here from annshappystampers.co.uk and I'm back again with another tutorial. Now today I've got this really sweet little box, and what it is for was I was in my local Tesco the other day and I saw these gorgeous little heart-shaped candles which have like a little rose on the top, and I just thought they were so cute and I got a few of them. I think they were only like 75p or something, and I thought, oh, I'll have to make something nice to put them in. So that's where I got the idea from. And I've used Pool Party, and I've used the Background Bits Hostess set, and I've heat embossed it with silver powder. And this is just a little paper clip that I think they're retired now. Bow paper clip embellishments, but it was just to close it. But you could use a magnet, but I think this time I'm just going to use ribbon, okay, to close it. So you just take the little clip off and it just opens, and what I've done is I've made like a little box for it to sit in, and I've also cut that out in the shape of a heart, which I thought was quite nice. So there we go, dead easy to make, but I think it makes a lovely little gift. So this one, I'm going to use this candle, which I think the closest colour I've got is Wisteria Wonder, so that's what we're going to use. So you need 2 pieces of card. Let us get my measurements, I hadn't got them ready again. You need a piece which measures 6.5 by 3 3/4. Yep, that's right. And you need a piece which is 2 7/8 by 11 3/4. Okay, and what we're going to do this time is I've got a couple of stamp sets here. The first one is this background marble stamp, which is beautiful, and I'm going to use that. And also floral phrases, and I'm just going to use this long kind of border stamp here to do what I did on this one and just go across there like that, okay? So we're going to score first. And actually my UPS man's just drove past the window with my Stampin' order, so I shall be back in a minute. Right, sorry about that. So I got my order and I shall open it in a minute. So we've got the smallest piece, which is 6.5 by 3 3/4. And what you're going to do on the short side is, let me see, we're going to score it at 1/2 inch on both sides. Okay, it's just 1/2 inch on both sides. Now on the long side you want to score it at 1/2 inch, 3 inches, 3.5 and 6. Okay, and it's that easy. Now take the long piece and on the long side just score it at 3.5, 6 and 9.5. Alright, and the smaller piece will be where you're going to close it over. Okay, and these are the bits that we're going to stamp with the marble stamp. So I think what we'll do is we'll cut our heart out. So I've got the Sweet and Sassy framelits here, and I'm using this one, which is the third one in, and I'm just going to get the big shot, and we're just going to cut our little aperture out of the middle before we put the box together. So it's going to go just like that, okay? So I'm just going to pop it on there like that. I'm itching to get my box open now to see what goodies I've got. It's just clearance rack stuff, but I do a lot of like, well, I do challenges and things for my team to like, I challenge them to make things and do things, and then I give them all a little prize. I send them all a prize. So, you know, I think it's just a good way to use some of the stuff up. I often send them it, and, you know, little extras for rare customers and stuff. Right, so we've done that. So we'll just quickly fold and burnish these score lines. And this is just for our little candle to sit inside. Okay, so take some scissors, and it is going to fold round like this. So excuse me, we need to cut away this little square here on the top on both sides. Sorry, I've got my window open because it's so warm today, and you can probably hear dogs barking. So that's going to go around there like that. So we then need to, the other little squares that we've got at the other end, we need to keep them. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my a frog even in my throat today. So that will go like this, just to close the side bits down. And then we need to cut up these two little pieces here, like so. I haven't used Wisteria Wonder for such a long time, and it's a lovely colour as well. Right, so that should be enough for our little box. So that will go over there or that way, whichever you want. And then it will just fold in like that, just like a normal little box really. So I think we'll quickly stick this together. We'll just use a bit of Tombow for this. So I want some glue down here, and I'm going to glue this onto there. Just try and get it relatively even. Just glue that there. And then we want a couple of little pieces, a couple of little splodges on our tab here. And then we'll bring this up to here. And then that will stick over there. Okay, and then the same on this one. Just a couple of little bits of glue on there. And bring that one up here. And you're just creating a sweet little box really, just to hold your little candle in. And I don't think That's stuck very well, so I'm going to have to stick that again, or unless that was the bit I've just stuck, which I think it was, never mind. Alright, so that's that. That's that. And the little candle will just sit inside, which I think is just so sweet and quite a good colour match as well. Right, so take our other piece of card, just fold on the score lines, and it's going to fold up just like that, and that will just go over there. So this was the bit I just angled, so you could do it by eye, which I'm going to do now. It was just to give it a bit of a, you know, just something a little bit different, I suppose. But if you want to cut it in your trimmer or whatever, you can. If you're not confident just cutting it like that, which I'm quite happy with that. So what I want to do is get a bit of scrappy paper first, and I'm going to, we don't really need to worry about the bottom. So I'm going to get the stamp out, and I'm just going to ink it up like this, okay? And I've got Wisteria Wonder, and I'm just going to ink it all over. Make sure it's all covered, and then I'm going to I'm just going to literally line it up, and I'm just going to press it over the stamp like that, and I'm going to put a bit of paper over just to press it down so I don't get ink all over. And there we go. I think that looks really nice. And then I'm going to do the same with this side. So I'm going to ink it up again. And then I'm going to just pop this. Just make sure you get it right, because you don't want it all over the place. Just position it down like so. And then lift it off, and yeah, I'm happy with that. So there is my sweet little marble box. Now if you wanted to, you could do the bottom, you could even do the insides if you wanted to, but I'm just going to do them for now. So I'm just going to get this out of the way and I'll clean that later. So I wanted to heat emboss up here, so I've got the stamp mounted, and I'm just going to position it and just stamp it across there like that. I hope that's not going to go over. It shouldn't do. Hope not anyway. So let's get an embossing buddy. Excuse me. Get some Versamark and ink the stamp up. I want to open my box of stuff, and I've got to go to work as well at 4, so not much time. And just press that on there, and we're going to put some gold powder on because I used silver on the last one. Yeah, that's okay. Just get the powder. we go. And obviously that will stand out more when it's heat set. I always get powder everywhere. Right, I'm just going to turn the heat tool on now. I was just having a sip of my tea. There we go. So we're just going to heat set this. Oops. Sorry. There we go. I think that looks really, really pretty. Yes, I like that. So, what we have to do now is take our little base, and all we want to be doing is just popping some glue or tape, whatever you want to use, just on there. And we just want to glue our little box just in there so it doesn't move about. It has a kind of a, I like the way it kind of shapes over like that. And then stick our little candle in. Really, really sweet. And then I've got some ribbon. Where is my ribbon? I did get some out there. No, that's not it. Where's it gone? I think I've buried it somewhere. Oh, honestly, where's the ribbon gone? Well, I can't find it now. It was like the very vanilla with some gold on the sides, but we're just going to have to use this instead because I really don't know what I've done with it. So I'm going to just cut some off. Oh, there it is there. I just plunked my cup on it. This one. So I'm going to cut some off. And we're going to just tie it in a bow. Hopefully that's enough. Just pull the ribbon a bit more, it's too short on that side. And like I said, you can use a magnet or a Velcro dart, anything you want to fasten the bag. It's entirely up to you. Okay, so I'm just going to try and make the bowl look a bit pretty. And then I'm going to trim the ends rather. Still a bit long, I think. And there we go. I just think it's really simple, but it's just really, really sweet. And that's the green one that I made, which I made that in Pool Party because I thought that was quite a good match for the candle. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll be putting all the info on my blog with the measurements in centimetres as well as inches. And I'll be back again on Friday with another tutorial. So take care, thanks for watching, and bye for now.